Hey guys and gals, this is DJ M. Rob. Not doing anything super creative or singing today. I'm just going to give you 10 minutes or so, quick down dirty lesson on scaling. So the first page of your scaling packet is Mega Notes. Check it out. Proportions we've done already. Making sure you label, cross multiply, divide by the number in front of x, aka the coefficient. We're going to end up using that. That's what we did before. But today we're going to do scale factor, and this is everything you need to know. This is it, legit, right here. Scale factor is the number you multiply by, and if you don't know that number, you can find it by doing whatever the new number is divided by the original or old number they gave you. Sorry for the zooming there. This is a not expensive phone, so my video quality isn't as good as some others. So on the first page, what you're going to do is you could do a lot of this on your own. You're not going to think this is too hard. And I know you guys are sitting there saying, she says that all the time, but it is. So before you start complaining, just wait a second. Check this out. See, this is one picture, and this is the same picture, except it is enlarged. Okay, so scaling, drawing something to scale means you're drawing something proportional. I am so not a good video taker. All right, let me pause this and get something to... Okay, I paused it. I'm back with a bookshelf, making this a lot sturdier. So what I want you to do is tell me, point A in this small picture corresponds to what point in the big picture? Where correspond means matching. So I want you to take a couple seconds. See if you can figure out A in this picture is the same as what in this picture. Figure those out. Give you a few seconds. You almost done? Okay, let's check our answers. Did you get A goes to R? Or A maps to R? I'm trying to teach you some language, so hopefully you're listening in between. V corresponds to W. H turns into P. Y turns into M. Can you figure out the transformation that turns this picture into this picture? Besides it being enlarged, what else do you do to this picture to get that one? It's right, it's called a reflection. If you take this and flip it over, that is what you get. The next thing I want you to do is I'm going to pause this video. I want you to find the length and width of each of these. This is a scale drawing. I want you to fill out the table, and then I'm going to ask you what is the scale factor. Okay, hopefully you paused it. So there's my pictures. I got an 18 by 6 and a 9 by 3, and I filled it out. These are the original. This is the second drawing. What do you have to do to the original to get to the second? What is the scale factor? What do you multiply by 18 to get 9? Remember I said multiply, because right now a lot of you are thinking you didn't multiply, you divided. What did I divide by? What is that the same as? Okay? So let's copy some work down. The scale factor is the number you multiply by. If I went from 18 to 9 or from 6 to 3, because it is proportional, they are the same number. If it's proportional, it's to scale. So if I divided by 2, remember that means the same as multiplying by a half. Check it out. Dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by half. They are the same. Make sure you have all of that down. Pause it if you need more time, but I'm going to move to the next page. Okay, what I want you to do right now is you're going to read this on your own. You got one cube, got a new cube. I want you to make a table for the original cube and the new cube, matching up the corresponding sides in the table. And then I want you to figure out the scale factor, the number you multiply by. It's extremely similar to unit rate. Remember, unit rate is y over x equals k, except it's not y over x, it's new over old, equals unit rate or scale factor. Okay, I'll flash back after you unpause this with the answer. So when you're ready, unpause it. And we're back. Maybe you don't have these in the same order, but this is double. Every last one of these, even the ugly looking ones, is double. Make sure you know how to put this stuff in the calculator. If you can't put that in the calculator, then you need to find somebody next to you or near you that can, because I know people can do this. Okay? I'm going to do one short page with you next, and then you guys can start the homework. Skip to page 7. You're skipping over all those interesting pictures and not getting distracted by them. We'll do those word problems when I come back tomorrow. So, I want you to look at this, and I want you to tell me the scale factor from actual to scale. This is the original, this is the new one. This is a shrinking or an enlarging, everybody? Shrinking. Okay, if something shrinks, you got to think, what kind of numbers are you multiplying by? What kind of numbers, when you multiply, make stuff smaller? And no, not negatives. Negatives don't do shrinking or enlarging. They do flipping, which is something you'll do in another grade level. So not negatives. What kind of numbers do you multiply by that shrink? If you look back at the last example, we did an example where we multiplied by a half in the first one. That was a shrinking. We did an example with the cubes where we multiplied by 2. That was an enlarging. So shrinking is when you multiply by a number less than 1, a fraction, but no negatives. And enlarging is when you multiply by a number greater than 1. Okay, it can be a fraction, but it's got to be greater than 1. Okay, so what I want you to do is complete as much of this as you can, and then I will flash back the answer, and I want you to skip this one for now. And if I'm talking about area, make sure you know the formulas. Area of a rectangle is length times width, or parallelogram, and area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height, or the length times the width, but base and height are better words than length and width. I'll go over that more when I do more geometry. Okay, pause the video. Find the corresponding sides, write the ratios, figure out the areas, and then unpause it when you're ready. And here's the answer key. This is shrinking by 1/3. It is 3 times smaller. The area goes from 54 to 6. But you see I wrote 6 to 54 on this one because it said scale to actual, and I have to follow the words respectively. Let's say that. Respectively means in that order. Respectively means in that order. Scale to actual, so scale to actual. When I reduce it, it's a 1 to 9 ratio. Okay? Check those answers. Your homework is in the back of the packet that says homework. It's pages 8 and 9. And those are the answers. We don't want to look at the answers for too long. All right. See you next time.